You're my sun in the morning, darkness to my sky, wind to my breeze.
I'm Arthur Chapman. I'm the CEO and founder of Car Care Cash LLC. It was innovation out of necessity or poverty, and that's something that I've been talking about for a while. My personal backstory is just growing up on the south side of Augusta, Georgia, near the line for Hephzibah, and just noticing just certain things or certain discrepancies as far as like the bus lines not running after a certain point. And so if you don't have a car or a vehicle, and this is like pre-Uber era, but even the taxi fare, I think I talked about that in one of my pitches. Living out that far, if your car breaks down, I mean, it's a wrap for everything. You don't have access to the advent of public transportation. You can't afford to pay that taxi fare to get to where you need to go in. I just noticed that as I grew. That's where the idea of Car Care Cash came from. It was an epiphany. It was like I was in my car and I was like, why isn't there something that could just pay in advance for me to get my car fixed? I'm gonna make it. Like I wish there was an app that could do this. So I said, let me create it. And that's where the initial idea for Car Care Cash came from. 1 year ago, I was filling up a 5-star notebook with business ideas, trying to figure out which one I would ever start on, and then where I would even start at, and working on music and trying to find a way to like connect those things, which incidentally, being at the Clubhouse has helped me connect to. Yeah, that's where I was a year ago, just trying to figure, like, being a conduit for ideas and just writing them down. And I definitely recall it. It was really fun for me. It was a really different experience. I could say about me that I can be somewhat of a social recluse. Maybe that's an Aquarian characteristic. I don't know, but like Launch Camp was transformative because there was no escape from people in that moment. Like I'm out in the mountains with people I don't know. And I have to get to know them, and I have to engage, I have to connect. But I like Launch Camp because, like I said, I was forced to engage, met a lot of cool people, found a lot of different similarities and things that I had in common, a lot of camaraderie. Launch Camp was really awesome. Like, it was really, really good. Just kind of the whole atmosphere of just being up in the mountains. I think we went up for that hike. That was dope. Even if it rained, it was like, but I think people don't, they take for granted what nature can do, what fresh air can do, what it does for the brain, for the body, all of that. Not even just the exercise, but just actually being around real trees, real rocks, and all of those things. Like, yeah, Launch Camp was cool. He was dope. My mentor is Mordecai Evans. Actually, one of the first things he did was a role-playing exercise where he acted like he was my target customer, and so he said, so let's basically map out or talk out how the conversation will go when you talk to them. Basically, so your confidence is right in approaching that target customer. So that was really helpful because he was able to tell me, don't say this or don't say that. And this is all you need to say, and those other things can be worked out contractually or whatever the case may be. But that was really valuable experience because it helped me understand what, I don't want to say being in the field, but just really like helped me understand kind of how that conversation can go, or what kind of power I have over that conversation. I would say mentorship. And not just the mentorship that you get once the lectures or the classes end, but the mentorship that you get from everybody around you through founder circle, one-on-one conversations, things that you didn't know. Like me, like you could really look at me as a blank slate entrepreneur. I came into this program not really knowing anything, and I said that in my interview when I was trying to get into the program. I was saying that I have some experience in the music world of just selling merchandise and budgeting, but I don't have all of this prior entrepreneurial knowledge. I'm a first generation entrepreneur, so I came in as a blank slate and literally had been pulling information from everything. In my interview, I said I can learn anything. And so that's what I've been doing throughout this whole program. The mentorship has been really, really, really valuable for me, because small things that other people take for granted, I didn't know. And so I've just been filling up my book in my head with all these different things that have actually helped me when I come into those situations, when I go to pitch to somebody and tell them my idea, when I step into the room with a banker and they're like, okay, so what are you doing? I've literally been building this block by block from everything that I've been learning from everybody. Christopher Crozier, Mobile Mentors. Yeah, like me and Chris are like really good friends. But with a lot of people at the Clubhouse, like I told Eric, every time I sit down and talk to him, I learn something new that I didn't even think about. But yeah, just formed a lot of really good bonds. Got to know people on a deeper level behind their entrepreneurship, gotten to know their own personal struggles and what led them to entrepreneurship and their particular entrepreneur idea. Absolutely.